In this video, we're going to go over 5 Star Wars films that need to be made.
The reason we picked these 5 movies is because these would be the best fit to keep Star Wars canon growing strong and to reflect the expanded universe's establishments.
Before we start this video, we just want to say that we're thankful for everyone that's supported us in the channel so far.
Comment any other ideas for videos you want us to make. Number 1, a film that features Quinlan Vos.
A film with Quinlan Vos set after Order 66 that shows the early Imperial reign would go good for Star Wars canon lore. Imagine Star Wars merchandising Quinlan Vos, a badass with dreadlocks and a unique connection to the dark side.
This movie would feature Colleen Hentz, a former agent of Count Dooku and later lover to Quinlan Vos. Jedi Master Thalm, who was Quinlan Vos's master and survivor after Order 66. Tyra Saw, who was a legendary Jedi Master and Mace Windu's master in the Legends continuity. And finally, a must-have character is Corto Vos, who was Quinlan and Colleen's Force-sensitive child.
Maybe in this video we could also see Asajj Ventress and how she survived the Dark Disciple book. It would be also interesting to see the hidden path in this film. The hidden path first appeared in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series and later Jedi Survivor. Obi-Wan Kenobi looking upon the hidden path wall was the first on-screen mention of Quinlan Vos's survival of Order 66. A film about the Jedi Underground Railroad and badass in Quinlan Vos would go crazy. Quinlan Vos is also such an original character to the prequel era and deserves so much more attention.
In our second spot, we would love to see a Rogue Squadron movie. This film would feature Wedge Antilles and Corran Horn.
We already know lots about Wedge Antilles, but he can always have more spotlight on him. Corran Horn actually made his canon debut in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Corran was a young boy on Daiyu who was being helped by Haja Estri. Corran was later taken to the Hidden Path. It is assumed the Hidden Path took Corran and his mother to safety. This film would feature a more grown-up Corran, training to be a Jedi and an X-Wing pilot. If we wanted to use sources from the Legends continuity, this film could pull things from the I, Jedi book and the Rogue Squadron book series. It would be interesting to see Luke's Jedi Academy and the New Republic military in action. Many don't know this, but in canon, Luke's Jedi Academy did actually have Jedi. This film would also give lots of references to the original trilogy and give a classical vibe. Perhaps the main conflict of this film could be the Imperial remnants in the unknown regions, or the many pirates and smugglers that wandered the galaxy. A Rogue Squadron movie was actually in the works, but was canceled due to many writer strikes.
Our third choice is the canceled Acolyte climactic movie.
As much as fans didn't appreciate The Acolyte, the story needs to be finished. It was revealed that The Acolyte was planned to have 3 seasons and a movie. Imagine all the development we could have gotten if we had 2 more Acolyte seasons. For all we know, maybe the movie didn't even feature Osha or May and was just about Darth Plagueis. It is unfortunate that The Acolyte was cancelled because now it looks like we're never going to come back to this era. If we do return to this era, it will most likely be in books and comics. And whether you like The Acolyte or not, you can't deny that the Stranger, also known as Queermere, was an absolute badass in the show. The Cortosis Mines of Baldemic was also set up perfectly. Maybe it would feature Darth Tinboris as well. We're also left with the question, why did Queermere have the Kylo Ren theme song? Perhaps Queermere was Plagueis' first apprentice and formed the Knights of Ren after deserting. So as unpopular as this opinion may be, but the Acolyte really does need to be brought back into the spotlight.
Our fourth spot goes to a Crimson Empire movie.
This film would feature Kir Kanos and Karner Jax. This movie would dive into the Imperial remnants and how they all divided. Sloane and Armitage Hux eventually formed the First Order, as we all know. Perhaps Captain Pelion remained with the original Empire and they could stay as an antagonist for the film. This would retcon the First Order in some sorts, letting it be known that there are multiple Imperial Remnant factions out there. The Fell Empire could of course become one of the Imperial factions. We believe this film would go good to reintroduce the Empire. This would also set them up as possibly an antagonist for the new Jedi Order films.
Our fifth and final pick is a Fate of the Jedi themed Abeloth movie.
It's been confirmed that Abeloth is going to appear in Ahsoka Season 2, but what about after that? Abeloth is such a legendary and powerful villain that she can't just be in one show. She needs a movie. We really don't know much about Abeloth in canon yet, only that Baylan Skoll discovered where she was being held captive. This movie would also dive into the mythology of Star Wars. The mythology of Star Wars is never really touched upon in a film. This movie would be a perfect way to introduce the Mortis gods and any other Celestials into the big screen. Perhaps Abeloth could become a villain for Rey in the new Jedi Order era. Seeing the lost tribe of the Sith in this movie would also be sick. Abeloth would also be a galaxy-wide threat, putting the stakes higher than any other Star Wars movie. The Imperial Remnants and the New Republic would all fear Abeloth, and it would be devastating for all factions in the galaxy far, far away.
Do you think we came up with some good movies? What would you want to see? Let us know your favorite movie we listed in the comments below.
I would also like to take this time to thank everyone that's been supporting the channel. We love sharing our knowledge of Star Wars lore and would love to keep doing it. If you like this video, like and subscribe. And may the Force be with you, always.